back my control. You gotta take me away, this feeling. Got up my emotions, stop all my reaction. Please help me find me the cure. She's an heavy woman, she's the hell. She can smile and try to make deep inside my brain into my head. I can't live without her. Help me, doctor, doctor. She pushed me to the limit. Got deep inside my heart. Doctor, doctor, take care of my emotion. Bad, bad, bad medicine. Doctor, doctor, I need a magic potion. Give it all to me. Doctor, doctor, I know you're a magician. Bad, bad, bad medicine.
I'm not gonna do the reverb introduction like I usually do. But yeah, can everyone hear me? Good, good, good. Hello, Latent. Hello, 8-Bit. Hello, Griffin. Hello, Christine OS. Hello, Wirox. Hello, Jokusora. Hello, GLMD. Hello, Conrock. Hello, Margarina. Hello, Surgical GMR. Hello, Doggo is Dad. I'm sorry, that's a sad name. Let's see. Hello, Lena. I think we're ready to start, so sorry if I sound a little grim. I suppose it's kind of fitting for Halloween, right? I just realized I don't have a way to wave at any of you. Let me just exist a different way for a second here. All right, get that nice and right up to my mouth there. Hey, Pixie. Hello, hello. All right, I think I'm ready. Yeah. Okay. And 1, 3. Hello, hello, hello. I hope you're all doing very well today. I am Odyssey of Odyssey Eurobeat. It's good to see you. Since last we caught up, we have follows from Quintonium 2001, Izuka Foreigner, Ghost Starman, The Ghostly Joker, Mr. Stefan, Leon Bond 22, Jokusora, 3 and Thrio, like THR lowercase I-O. Can we get some love in the chat for our new follows? How you all doing today? Happy Halloween, Christian. It's not quite that day yet, but we are still going to be rolling into the last couple of days of October. A lovely dark abbot. Why, thank you. I think Nijitan did a fantastic job getting me all ready for the day. How y'all doing, by the way? I'm gonna let y'all start with it first because I don't know how long the stream will be, or how long it'll be. I think I just said that twice. I'm glad it's just chatting though. Not too bad. Just got back from out. Oh, I forgot to open that. Sorry about that, Connor Rock. A little off guard from the other stream I'm watching. Is that right? What other stream are you watching? Thank you, GMR. I'm glad you like it. All right. Nijitan, Showtime, Jenny, right? And Mo and Mindy. I've been very fortunate to keep the company of many wonderful artists. All right, what I'm gonna do is put that down there, and then be more like right about there. Not sure how well I did with that. Let's see. Why is that not catching? Ah, okay. That should be catching it now. Do that. Okay. Why is it not? Ah, wait, I think I know what else is wrong. No, should still be doing. Should be doing just fine. All right. Doop doop. Is it really not showing up? For some reason, it's not letting me do anything with a certain application. I'll put it that way. Okay, capture specific window, which it is. We'll do nothing, and then we'll do... Yeah, it should be showing, for lack of a better way to put it, it should be showing my tits on screen very well. The Twitch integrated throwing system, of course. But it's not. There it goes, okay. Yay! Doing good, just making a Talkloid where I make a memorable commercial with some help with my friends. That's awesome. So, the title of the stream might not surprise anyone. Earlier this month, I was supposed to go in and talk to a doctor about my voice. Essentially, get my vocal cords looked at, just to see how they're doing and, take care of, see if I'm still taking good care of them or if I need to take better care of them, That got bumped to today, and the only time that was available was 3:45. So that's why the stream is so darn late. Have I talked to... Oh, thank you for the headphones. Okay, this is weird to talk about, like, my medical stuff, but it does affect streaming, so, I'm wondering if I should do a TLDR and get into the details, but, what would you rather hear? Should I build up to it, or should I just get to the point? I do sound a little different from how I'd like to sound on stream, but, there is a reason for that, too. In fact, it's all very much related. Pride Heart, thank you so much for the follow on the stream. It is great to have you here. I stream every weekday at 2 p.m. Pacific, usually, and my work has been featured in Super Eurobeat, Initial D, Hyundai, My DDR, and most recently, Miss Matara Khan's music with Bishojo. Build up to it. Good evening from Scotland. Good evening from California. I hope you're doing well today. Details, okay. So, the last time I went in, my voice wasn't feeling great, and something felt wrong. I felt something in my throat, but it wasn't quite in my throat. So they numbed my nose and a little bit of my throat, and they shoved a little camera on a bendy little stick, through my nose. It sucks about as much as you think it does. Fortunately, there is the numbing stuff, so it doesn't hurt as you do it. And last time they found a vocal granuloma. That's a bump on the vocal cords. So what they recommended was, they asked if I had a history of acid reflux or anything that would irritate my voice and throat. Am I clearing my throat very often? Do I have this and that situation going on? Ultimately, they also recommended some voice training and exercises to make sure that my voice was not taking damage. And in that time, I started doing softy exercises, which is stuff like you do those, and it actually activates a certain part of your vocal cords. And while the bump had felt like it had gone away, I wasn't feeling pain in my vocal cords anymore. Every once in a while, I would still get a little bit hoarse or a little bit out of it, and my voice would feel like it would tire out quickly, even just after a few hours of streaming. I would look at these streamers that are going for 5 hours or longer, doing these marathons, and wondering if I could ever do that. Because it just felt a little bit too out of my reach, especially lately. So the time comes. I finally go. Today, I sit in the chair. I have a very pleasant conversation with the doctor. I snort the little liquids that numb the way down, and I close my eyes as she basically shoves another camera up my nose. Do you ever have any of you ever received a, not necessarily a diagnosis, but medical news where they're not entirely sure, but you're already thinking about changing everything about the way that you live? Where it's like, oh my gosh, everything is terrible forever if I don't change everything immediately. I'm still kind of going through a little bit of that immediately, or currently. In short, the vocal bump is still there. It's still the size that it was before. And if anything, now there are signs of additional vocal wear on my vocal cords. Which is weird to me because my voice has felt better than that time. Yeah, I've used it more often and stuff like that, but it feels like my voice was less. Thank you for that, Pats. My voice feels less strained than it was back then. And don't get me wrong, there were still moments of strain, especially after a long stream, but it didn't feel like things were as bad as they were. And while the bump isn't necessarily bad, it's not something that they have to operate on, the doctor did say that she would pass it on to her colleague to see if it was something that they would recommend taking care of surgically. And while they talked about me not having acid reflux, non-surgical type of treatment, not necessarily. It's mostly surgical. At least that's my understanding. The other one is, of course, natural treatment, just to sort of take care of your voice, to rest it. Here's the thing. There's sort of two ways to go about taking care of my voice that are short of that surgical situation. They are as follows. Vocal rest and reducing the irritants on my vocal cords. In this case, for me, that means living as if I have acid reflux. Not that I have it, but it would reduce the irritation. And with that, weird question. How's my voice compared to the music? I will say, I guess when I get that news, my first instinct is to process how to go about it. Thank you. Good. My instant process is to think about how to fix it. Things that I can take action on right away to get it into action. Because right now, whether I have full-blown dopamine deficiency or not, if I don't put something into action in a way that I can hold myself accountable to daily, then over time I will forget it. I'm surprised I actually have a good habit of taking my pills in the morning. But I think about what it would take to rest my voice and what it would take to live as if I do have acid reflux. I'm going to turn the music down just a smidge more, right about there. This is not to say that I'm going to be taking a break right away or that I'm going to be making drastic changes right away. the temptation is there, but I also understand that I'm reacting from the immediacy of what I've experienced and not on a proper, full-blown diagnosis. It's tempting to give in to that fear right now. It's not to say that, oh, everything's terrible forever. It does feel like we're getting out in front of it. What does it mean to live like? So there's certain things that there's a diet and a way of life and there's a lifestyle that those who suffer from acid reflux go through. There's a change of diet. There is a general care for the air. There's also there are ways to adapt one's lifestyle. Another means there might be a possibility that VTubing stream might be put to rest for the time being. I can't really say yes or no to that either way. I've been meaning to take a break for a little while. I've been kind of going nonstop since about May. And I want to keep going. I love this. I love what I get to do. But I also don't know how long is enough vocal rest. I might be reaching out to some vocal specialists. Aaron for that, Aaron with that gifted sub. Sorry. Oh, it's just regular sub. Aaron with that 63-month resub and that follow from Rosalia. Thank you so much for the follow, Rosalia. Please enjoy it. And Aaron, my brain is a scramble. Rosalia, thank you so much for following the stream. It is great to have you here. And Aaron, thank you so much for 63 months of subscribing to the channel. Get some serious love in the chat for Aaron. A fantastic friend, a much beloved member of the community. Yeah, my brain is a weird mishmash right now. If life gives you lemons, squeeze the juice in a water gun and spray it, and people say, oh gosh, that's terrible. Best to check with professionals before doing any drastic changes that might be unnecessary. And here's the thing. For every 60 minutes of vocal use, 10 minutes of vocal rest. I'm going to jot that down, actually. I like that idea. I'm going to take a sip real quick. I also need to start going back to hello Yuki. Sorry, I didn't mean to leave you out like that. I guess it would be like midstream breaks. I might start taking those more often. I think once every hour does make some sense. Instead of once every hour and a half. Hydrate. I'll do that now. Thank you. Well, there's vocal rest. And there's a change in diet. And bear with me on this, because this is where it gets, you'll hear some of what is going to make this painful for me. Okay. So there's some foods that are recommended that one avoid for acid reflux. It's anything spicy, anything with a lot of grease or, fried, chocolate, mint, acidic foods and drinks such as citrus fruits or juices, tomatoes, garlic and onions, carbonated drinks, caffeinated drinks, and alcohol. I really like sour candies. I really like spicy food. I fry a lot of my breakfast. And I really like caffeine. So, yeah, water and non-citrus fruit juices. Sodas are right out. Red Bull is right out. I think my powdered caffeine beverages are on the way out. Milk, I'm not sure because I do think I have post-nasal drips, and I think it would affect that. How long do I think I would survive doing hot ones? I actually really like spice. I feel like I would actually do pretty well on hot ones, ironically. Most of the vocalists I know usually only take a few days of vocal rest, but there was back in college where they had vocals catch their vocal strain early. Yeah, and the thing is, like, during my weekends, I don't spend a lot of that time quiet. I do a lot of talking during the day, whether or not I'm having an IRL, like, in-person conversation. So it's tricky with that. Does it get pretty dry where you are? Is a humidifier I recommend? I imagine a humidifier would not go amiss, and I do have one here. I just need to be better about running it. I think the thing that worries me is I do feel like at some point a reduction in stream activities might be inevitable. I do know that a break is on the horizon. At some point or another, I do want to take a proper full week. I was thinking of doing that sometime this month, actually. Probably around about Thanksgiving. Like, I was thinking like that Wednesday before up to like the Wednesday after. Gives me some time with family, although I'm probably not going to be doing vocal rest during that time because I'm going to be interacting with family. Hey, Deflated, good to see you. And it was cool to see you in Cottontail's stream earlier today, too. I'm okay. I got my vocal cords looked at today, and we're actually talking about that right now. I'll do that hydrate real quick, though. So, Deflate, I'll catch you up to speed. The same vocal cord bump that I had before is still there, and now there's some signs of vocal fatigue and wear elsewhere on my vocal cords. The bump is benign, but they may still recommend surgical handling of that. Thank you, Conrock. And this comes at an interesting. Your outfit looks so cute. You showcase it and stuff. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Let's take a quick detour to show that. I decided to run some errands today, and I thought I looked really, really cute today. So let me grab a few of those, in fact. So this was the look. This was the outfit. Scale it down just a smidge. Face reveal. Oh, that one dark bat. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the stream. It is great to have you here. I am Odyssey of Odyssey Eurobeat. I stream every weekday at 2 p.m. usually. Pacific, my work's been featured in Super Eurobeat, Initial D, DDR, and Miss Matara Khan of VShojo. Let me fall outfit is so cute. Oh, thank you. I do still need to wear the bunny coat that Hitsuzen bought for me recently. Good thing I delayed the departure. Aw, thank you. It took me way too long to get dressed today because it took me a while to find an outfit, but super worth it. Another picture. Immersion destroyed. Yeah, right? Imagine. But yeah, this is, for those who don't know, I'm quite happy to share how I look IRL because, well, enough information about me exists outside of these pictures, and I'd rather be the expert to you on what my face looks like, as opposed to pictures from like 3 or 4 years ago. And thank you, Spider. I love how my nails look these days. But yeah, I posted these on Instagram and Twitter recently, and I'm really happy with it. Aw, thank you. Coincidentally, yeah, it's dyed to look more like my avatar. I knew that I needed to be more of a redhead, somewhere in my heart of hearts. Isn't that something? My own sort of OC, if you will, shaped how I look IRL. But yeah, that's actually the outfit that I went to my appointment in. I'm gonna have a sip again real quick. Got a lot of water to drink. There we go. Hello, little anime person inside my phone. Would you rather fight a rooster every time you get in a car, or fight a gorilla once per year with a sword? I feel like if it's just once a year and I have a sword, then I'd rather fight the gorilla, because then I can prepare for it. Whereas if it's a rooster every time I get in a car, that is a persistent issue. And thank you for the head pets. Speaking of redheads, thank you all for participating in that random fact. That's right. Well, yeah, but if I have a sword and enough time to plan for something even more, then I wouldn't even need to spend much time in the fight. Who said that I would have to fight fair? Have I tried fire? Usually it works. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. But yeah, getting back to the subject of like vocal stuff, there is something else that comes to mind. How many of you caught Lilac Snow VT's recent re-debut and like the lore video and all that? Yeah, quick show of hands or like some sort of, show some love in chat real quick. Enough within new foundation. So Pixie, yeah. For those who don't know, I narrated the intro lore video for Lilac Snow, and I used a comfortable voice for that, and it got me to thinking, because I knew what I sent in. I knew what I sent to Lilac for the video, but I didn't hear it back in like the full thing, because you can only send in like a wave file of your voice for so much, right? And for those who don't know, I'm pretty hard on my voice. Like, if it doesn't sound feminine enough, if it doesn't sound this or that enough, I can be kind of critical of myself about that. So I was listening, Audio ASMR went, listen, I'm actually very open to that idea. I'd actually really like to do that. Like, unironically. Oh. Hang on, gifting a sub to Daniel Casalota. Can we give some love in the chat to our anonymous gifter? And Daniel, please continue to enjoy your emotes, your sub badge, being part of the Odysseys community for 2/3 of a year. Link. To Lilac Snow VTs. So I think it's still just in the VOD form. I'm hoping that Lilac uploads it to like YouTube or something later. I would love to though. And the thing is, that voice that I used, I feel like I've gotten better about it in recent years, but I do speak to you differently than I do in like a VC. And I do speak to you differently than I would other friends and other people, very casually. Right now, I'm actually speaking a lot closer to how I speak naturally. And while I used to be scared of that, I've had a lot of affirmation lately, especially after TwitchCon, where no matter where I went, I was receiving a lot of compliments from streamers that I look up to, streamers that I appreciate and value, complimenting my makeup, my necklace, my dress, my heels, my voice. And Yuki with the 10-month resub technically got this earlier, but serious convo was going on. Happy 10 months. Thank you so much. And glad you liked my rate. You did such an amazing job on that. Oh my gosh. Like, for those who don't know, Yuki K is knocking out some serious bangers in the production channel in the Discord server. So can we get some love in the chat for Yuki? And please enjoy your 10-month resub. Can we get some love in the chat for Yuki K? I've been getting used to the idea that my voice is fine in its natural state. If anything, I'm sorry that it took me so long to realize that. That the first time that I went in to get my vocal cords checked, it was because I was pitching it up really high and trying really hard to get it to sound a certain way. After that, I reduced that a bit, but there was still a little bit of it. And I do think that helped the bump not get worse. I'm wondering, I don't think this will single-handedly fix everything. I think the other things need to take place. Vocal rest and a change of diet and lifestyle. Hello, Annabelle. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well today. I'm wondering if among those changes to lifestyle, I need to... I really thought I was done with this. I really thought that I had done it. I really thought that I was speaking more naturally. And even though consciously on some level I knew, I noticed that I default to a certain method. Kind of scares me that people would really push that much to make us happy and such, even if it has major consequences in the long run. That's fair, Christian. It it's interesting because on the one hand, I know I don't owe anything to anyone. I'm in a weird state, GLMD. Ultimately, I'm going to be okay. I'm kind of processing some things. On the one hand, I knew that when I came out and such, there'd be people that would not like me. And that's inherent. That's going to happen. Coming out is just more of a way to do that. More a way to rather emphasize that. But there was some part of me that still wanted to share myself with the world, that wanted to be likable. Not to say that I owed it that, but I was finally a version of myself that I wanted to share with the world, so it made sense to not shut it out. So in a lot of ways, I kind of did a little extra effort to make sure that I was more palatable. And one of those was my voice. Hello, Destiny. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well today. And it got to a point where even my own mom was like, some of you remember about this time last year, she was like, so you can hear my voice, you can hear how, where Audie gets her deep voice kind of thing. And I've had so many people reaffirm that it's fine. And I still kept putting it up. I still kept performing it a certain way, you know? And it's not like I felt like I had to. But I do think it might have had, I think reducing it from after the first appointment has helped a lot. You know, it helped it not get worse. But I do wonder how much of that was part of it staying in place. You know, like not going down. Yeah, I have an amazing mom. I am extremely fortunate to have the support that I have in my immediate and even in some cases extended family. There's still some hiccups, but ultimately, I'm really glad to have supportive and loving parents that know to love first and figure out the details later. And she is also, she has a fantastic voice. She has a wonderful, feminine, womanly voice, and I was holding myself to a different standard. For the record, I'm doing fine. It's just I'm kind of processing it by sharing it with you. I don't like the idea of taking a lot of time off of streaming. Streaming has really been good for me in a lot of ways. It's been affirming. It's been really affirming. It's been confidence boosting. I feel at home in a lot of ways in front of you here. And while obviously my music work has not stopped, if anything, it actually has been more. I am scared a little bit of losing what I have. Oh, thank you for the head pats. I'm gonna bump myself down just a smidge. Let's see. Oh, wait, no. Okay, let's do 0 there. And, yeah, I think I'm gonna scooch myself down just a smidge. No, actually, that should be fine. What the heck? Okay, maybe just a little bit right about there. Okay, and it's not to say that I wouldn't be able to get it back. It's more just like, I've been building such a wonderful momentum. You can understand, let's see. There we go. You can understand where you're coming from when it comes to wanting people to like how I sound, that I've done many different voices to be liked by many different people. Now I don't even know what my true voice is because of how it's turned into this enigma even to me. Voice fluctuates from different pitches, tones, and accents that people ask where I'm from. So to cut to the chase, you have an amazing voice, and it's your true voice, which is important and beautiful. Surgical, thank you. Also, I just realized chat isn't on the screen. Hello? One sec. Let me see if I can get chat to show up again. The heck is up with that? Okay. Oh, I think I know what it is. Okay. No. What? Why is it not showing up? No, you're not in the timeout corner. Y'all are doing fine. It's just, you know what I'm gonna do? Hold on, I'm gonna do studio mode and go to that, and then I'm going to, refresh. And then if I do No, should be there too. Hydrate, that I can do. Voice is beautiful as always. Love hearing another woman with a lower voice. I had one person say that my voice was deeper than they thought it'd be, and that still affects me a bit. I really salute that you're sharing your feelings and fears. Many people would have chosen to leave it to themselves, which destroys their mental health in the longer run. And no worries, Destiny. Oh my gosh, 46 degrees. Please do be careful. I guess the thing for me is, one, it affects streaming. It affects what I'm doing with you. All right, I think what I need to do, say transform, reset transform. What in the world? Oh, wait, no? I really don't get it. What the heck? Aw, thank you, GLMD. So, on the one hand, it does affect my streaming. It affects things that affect you. And on the other hand, one thing that I've wanted to do with whatever I do, as Odyssey, as a musician, as a VTuber, as a performer, whatever, is to have a certain amount of transparency. I'm very bad at being a character. I mean, I can act and such, but, I mean, to put it in perspective, I started designing myself after the way that I look here, because it's a long story, but if anything, this avatar is more just an extension of me as opposed to like a space robot, bunny, whatever. You know, all the things that I could have been, I still chose basically just a variety of myself. So, in a world of parasocial characters and kayfabes, I would rather give you something more real. Partially because it's easier for me, partially because, well, I'd rather be open about, hey, this part of what I do is going to be really, thank you, Dr. Patriot. What was I about to say? But I just completely lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. Yeah, so there's these things in this space where it's like it's very parasocial. It's based on people basically having an asymmetrical relationship with the streamer, with the content creator, and that's also had some issues. You want to be as real as you can be without getting out of your comfort zone, but also not trying to put up a facade. Something like that. I will say there's been a lot of value in authenticity in my line of work. It saves a lot of headaches. It saves a lot of trouble. It cuts to the chase in a lot of wonderful ways, and it gets some of the sticky parts taken care of. You know, and I'd rather there be some understanding as to why I might take a break in the near future, why I might do something this way or another way or whatever in the near future. Now, if I don't get sponsored by Advanced or Ghost Energy or Gamer Sups again somehow or whatever, maybe this would explain why, right? So all of that to say, sorry, I didn't mean to, I bumped the microphone again. All that to say, I'm not sure what changes are coming. What would you like from us? That sometimes folks have a bad habit of trying to solve problems with the person. Just want someone to listen and sympathize. I guess, Vermouth, that's a fair question. You know, what can you do? Like, what's reasonable to act on for this, right? Oh, I know what the problem is. Hold on. Doop. There we go. Sorry about that. I forgot. I had the layers in the wrong spot. I just realized that you made a song that somewhat built my child. Is that right? I'm so glad, Darkbat. Thank you. I'm glad that I could be part of that. Oh, we're on TV. Pog. Yeah, it was a layering issue. A skill issue on my end, really. All right. What I might do is I might actually bump this over just a smidge. Right about there. Yeah. But yeah, I guess the takeaway for chat today is not right away, but be ready for potential changes. advice from secondhand experience from my family. Since we talk about the looks, not that you can get something that big. Keep the booba medium. It truly is premium for your back. I'm not sure how to answer that. I'm sorry. That just kind of came out of nowhere. No worries, Destiny. Yeah, let's focus on what's up here, not what's down here. Although, it doesn't hurt to know where people's eyes are during stream, I guess. Looking respectfully. Look, I'm a VTuber. You're gonna look. It's whatever. As long as eventually your eyes look back up to mine. The physics do work. They do. Wait. There we go. So the thing is, like, the takeaway is, I guess just be ready for potential changes in the near future. That streams may be fewer, or there may be a break. There may be... hey! Mean. There may be... thank you for that advance. There might be changes in schedule. There might be reductions in schedule. There might be a longer break than a week. To me, the realness comes from the actions of the streamer, not what they look like. That's why I love this VTuber evolution we found ourselves in. The true self is found in our actions, not what's on screen. Yeah. Honestly, yeah. Ironically, tomorrow's stream, I'm not planning to do that with an avatar, for the record. Oh, no, we're not doing that. Yeah, no. It's not gonna let me do this. There we go. Anyway, what was I on about? Yeah. Imagine just speed running that, right? I think that's what was I on about? I guess just be ready for potential changes. I might stream shorter. I might stream later in the day. I might take more breaks. I might not do any promos with caffeinated beverages, seeing as I won't really be able to vouch, you know? I might be speaking in a lower voice in the near future, and with that, there might be a reduction in perceived energy. Because I notice that whenever I'm on stream and I'm really enthusiastic about something, my voice goes up. And that can be a little bit dangerous for me. That's all right. We welcome these changes with arms wide open. Thank you. And that's not to say that these will happen right away. More just, it's more just, there may be changes up ahead. I guess that's the takeaway. There's nothing that I need from you yet. You just being here is tremendous to me. I guess that's another thing. Hello, Izuka Foreigner. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. And yes, I have been making Eurobeat for the last 16 plus years. My work has been featured in Super Eurobeat, Initial D, Hyundai, Maimai, DDR, and most recently the background music for Miss Matara Kanavi Shoujo. Abuse the magic of microphones, and he talked a lot. So it's not loud that I need that I'm looking for. I can just turn up the gain or just turn up the hold on, watch filters, like. I can just do that, for instance. Now I'm measurably louder, aren't I? Hopefully not too loud. Actually, how is that? Aw, yay. I'm glad that you could find me from there. I literally just turned up the gain. All right, take care, GLMD. So I think I just wanted to be transparent about that. All right, take care, have a great rest of your evening. It's a little sibilant, but fine. Ooh, yeah, it's no good. Let's see. Oh, I know why that is. Okay. Let's do more like there. Oh, wait a minute. No, I know what I need to do. Okay, we're gonna do that. And then we'll do the gain. Hello, Shannon. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well today. I'm gonna turn on the maximizer here. Oh, my. Oh, that's very different. Okay. How did that do for the volume? Is that too? Oh, that I think that actually might have made it a little worse. Shannon, we're talking about my recent voice appointment. What if we do something like? Oh, that's not too much better. Okay. Okay. So here I'll do like. So, Shannon, it was the kind of appointment where they numbed my nostrils and shoved a camera up my vocal cords. I'm honestly surprised that you don't have more followers. Dark Bad, it's because I don't market myself very well. I don't go out of my way to put myself in front of new audiences nearly as much as I should. I haven't found a lot of ways to do that. I've just been too busy focusing on the work of it, if that makes sense. Also, I just realized I need to do one thing real quick. Okay, no, we're good. So I guess the thing for me is, one thing I'm gonna do. Intensity. No, all good. Yeah, Shannon, so do you remember when I had a bump on my vocal cords like about 6-7 months ago? Long story short, despite the lack of pain that I've experienced from speaking lower and taking better care of my voice, that bump is still there. It is the same size, and now there are signs of additional vocal wear elsewhere on my vocal cords. So, just talking about some of the findings from that. And for the record, the bump is considered benign. It's not something that they like have to operate on for the safety of my voice or anything like that, but it is a point of concern. Imagine waking a day and finding out that one of the producers from your MLP FIM days is now a VTuber me 2 months ago. Right? Life takes some interesting turns, doesn't it, Spider? So the good news is it feels manageable. This isn't one of those cases of, oh, everything's terrible forever. There's a lot that I can do to manage. Like I was saying earlier, there are changes to my diet that I can do. There are changes to my lifestyle that I can implement. There's some changes to my lifestyle I've been meaning to implement. It's good that it's solvable, but like sucks that it happened. Yeah. And to some extent, I'm glad that we're getting out ahead of it. And it comes at an interesting time, too, because I feel like some of it happened from sort of performing my voice from early on in my transition. And as of late, the world has really wonderfully affirmed my voice, like my natural voice. The lower, more womanly approach. And there are things that I can do. It's not like I'm hopeless or that, oh, they're going to have to do something, this or that or whatever. It's more like I can get out ahead of it and do something about it. Voice needs some care too. I got ill a couple weeks ago and my voice hasn't... I'm sorry to hear that, Shannon. Well, I'm going to have a sip of water real quick. High pitches just go missing sometimes. That sounds pretty serious, actually. Oh my gosh. Why is this bottle leaking? The heck? I have a shaker bottle and it's just really not keeping the water in. You think that Spider... Imagine finding out your favorite EN vocalist is a VTuber. I will be right back. I need to do something about this leaky bottle. I'm sorry, one sec. All right. Well, that's a weird angle to fall back on. So what did I miss? All right. I'm willing to expose myself. As someone with mommy issues, I find women with a deeper, womanly voice oddly comforting. And, Surgical, I guess you're in luck. Insofar as I do notice that when I did start using a lower voice and people started doing the mommy stuff with me, it really did click with me in a wonderful way. Ooh, that's going to be an interesting one to do. 8-bit. Let me see if I can do this in a way that doesn't change my voice too much. Ara, いい子だね. I don't know how that went actually. I did that a little differently than I'd have liked to, but I hope that was still okay. But yeah, I actually rather like fulfilling that. Like, unironically, too much reverb, but went well. Is that right? Let me see what I can do with that. It had mommy in it. Good. It's okay, but don't worry about that. That's the thing. I love doing voice stuff like that. I love doing ada-adas. I love doing all that kind of thing. I guess it's just the issue is more to do with... Actually, why don't I go ahead and adjust the reverb now? Maybe more like 30, 25%. There we go. Made you rethink your life, huh? When I checked my banana bread and didn't get to poke it, still moosh on the inside. Aw. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope that your banana bread goes well. Hello, Shot the Lucky. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well today. 20% is the optimal. I did not know that actually. But yeah, I really do like having that kind of comforting voice, that comforting tone, that kind of thing. So, I'm afraid I guess I don't get the meme. Is that a 20% cooler reference? Sorry, there's a lot of things that 20% could refer to. But yeah. Okay. But yeah, thank you, Eli. But are there any questions about what I talked about? Prepared for All Hallows Eve tomorrow. Yes and no. I still need, oh my gosh, I forgot. Ugh. I forgot to get my fangs while I was out doing groceries today. Maybe after stream today I'll go out and get them. But tomorrow is not going to be a VTubing stream. Put it that way. So I'm prepared for tomorrow. I do also know that a friend and I want to go out later in the evening. Yeah, it'll be an IRL stream. Bites. Yeah. Fangy fangs. But yeah, I do know that, well, you just have to see. Get well soon. That's all I got to say. Aw, thank you, Daniel. There is something a little bit scary to me. One of the big things that they recommend most is vocal rest. And I don't know if or when that's going to be viable for me. I love what I do. When I'm not singing, I'm streaming. When I'm not streaming, I'm talking with people. So it's like, I'm not sure when. And then when I'm not doing any of those things, I'm spending time with family. So it's like, I don't know what to do. And I don't want to take a lot of risks in that. Time to learn speed typing, get a natural TTS. So basically just like early generations Zentraya, right? Time to get a voice model that will speak on my behalf. Course in ASL. That could be interesting, Callie. Like, I do have Elite Motion, although it's not the most accurate thing in the world. More like Mother... Oh, that's right, Gen 3. I forgot about that. Or Mother Gen 3. I mean, I don't know if I want to rip off Mother too much. That would make me a little bit more mommy when... You know, sometimes I need a little bit. If you're serious on taking a vocal break for each hour, the 1 hour mark is coming up. Yeah, it is. There are ways to stream without talking. That is a thing. I do know that Orihime does some streams where she mutes herself. And that could be something. Although I will say, here's the tricky thing. Ori can kind of get away with that because she's so good at something that is visual. Whereas the music stuff is a little bit cryptic to follow. It's hard to really stream that in a way that's very interesting. I can only think of like Eliminate and Lord Aethelston, who have done that, and only one of those is a VTuber. This is going to sound interesting for the longtime followers. Be ready for a shock. Compared to, so for those who don't know, For like 7 years, I used to stream almost exclusively music production. It was only not long after I came out that I really started letting myself stream more of a variety. Like, I still did a little bit before I came out, but after that, I was a lot more about it. And since then, my music streams, they still perform well, but compared to, thank you for the head pats, compared to the just chatting streams or more personality-driven stuff, it performs far worse than you would expect. I'm at the point where, and forgive me if this sounds like I'm bragging on myself, I'm at the point where my streams, people aren't here for necessarily the music work. Hello, Latiator, good to see you. It's at the point where people are here less for the music work and more for me. And that's a weird thought. I mean, I'm a weird thought, but it's also a weird concept that, it's a weird concept where, going from streaming almost exclusive music production for years and years and years to where just chatting stuff is actually doing better. Ironically, one of the best streams that I've had in a long time was what replaced the Miss Berry stream. It was the Suika game. It was literally just me playing the same game that every other VTuber's been playing. And it worked like a charm. And I'm not upset with it. Melon consumes all. Basically, yeah. I, for one, welcome our watermelon overlords. Gotta run. Please take care of yourself. Tomorrow I get to carve a pumpkin, party with Odyssey. Aw. Yeah. Take care, Vermouth. Thank you so much for coming. And yes, tomorrow there will also be pumpkin carving. Tomorrow I don't plan to change my schedule too much from what I have in mind, but I feel like a lot of the changes that I talked about, if they do start to happen, I think they'll take place more in November. I do know that I wanted to take a break in November. Finally played it. Workmate had it on her Switch. She's Japanese, so I actually got a hold of it early. I do also know that the game has been translated into English. The version that I have is in English. Excuse me. But yeah, I guess I wanted to share about what the findings were, what that likely means. So I've been kind of strict with you, but it's not good to strain yourself more and making things more worse than they already are. I know it's difficult to refrain yourself from the things you do. It's not good to worsen your health. So, Christian, I do appreciate the sentiment. On the same token, I've also made my team aware of this and myself, and a lot of my health-related decisions are being sorted. I don't plan to spend too much longer streaming today in the first place. It's weird to say that, I'm gonna lie. I do request that, how do I say? I'm trying to find a way to put it that I've heard elsewhere that does not sound cruel. I believe the term that I've seen bandied around a lot with VTubers is babying. And while I don't think people mean it that way, I know that viewers are wanting to be respectful and kind with the streamers they watch. It's like, hey, take care of yourself, gotta do that thing. Please do trust that I'm very aware of my own health. And while I appreciate the gesture, I do ask that you trust me in taking what I've learned to heart and into action. Problem is, adults need to work. At most jobs, you're actually required to work yourself hard regardless of health. If you're self-employed, you end up having to do that to yourself. Yeah, exactly. Hello, Vera. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well today. And I am basically self-employed. This is my day job. Streaming and VTubing and music and performing. I literally do this for my living. This is what pays rent, puts food on the table, allows me to network at TwitchCon. If I'm lucky. Depends on the streamer, really. See Kobo in her chat, then see any normal VTuber, not JP or Niji. I suppose it depends. There are definitely some, how do I say, it does depend on the arrangement between the streamer and their chat, and their community, their chat. I think occasional gestures and reminders can be helpful. But on the same token, I think if things get too go too far, get too strong, then I might remind you all that I am a grown woman making decisions based on that. And based on health information that my team and I are very much aware of and working on. Yeah, trust professionals to know how to do that while continuing to work, and the audience doesn't always know what that looks like. And to be fair, I'm still figuring out some of what that means. I'm sharing what I found with you all because it will affect future work. I will do that hydrate real quick. Thank you for that reminder. I've only been going for about an hour, but I think what I might do is take some questions, field some comments, and then let's rate somebody. I gotta say though, streaming with the lower voice is actually kind of nice. I might, as much fun as I've had, like leaning to the higher energy stuff. Oh, Vera, let me take care of you 1 second. Okay. And there you have it. It is kind of nice to stream in a voice like this, and I do hope that I can convey the energy that I usually have in this lower voice. Because like I know that whenever I'm enthused, I go up a bit. But you know what it is that I need to remember? You know what it is that I really need to remember? There was a stream a few months back where Cottontail messaged that she liked my voice. That should have been my signal that I don't need to change a thing. Oh. Wait, is Tangia working? There it is. Ow. Ow. Write that down, write that down. Yeah. I mean, who's gonna say no to Cottontail, right? And for the record, for those who have watched her streams, yes, we did have the same shoes that Sunday night. We both got the memo. We both had the amazing heels with the bows on them. Feet hurt like hell at the end, but worth it. But yeah, any last questions, comments, remarks, redemptions before we raid out? Tomorrow's stream should be at the same time, by the way. I still plan to stream at about 2 p.m. Pacific. And Christian, let me take care of that for you real quick. All right, so this will be Lena. So I will do that, but because of the voice, it's the same as usual, not like today. Yeah, exactly. But allow me to try to do that in the more sultry voice. All right. Let me get the reverb going. Nya, 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 nya. Meow. That was hard to do. All right. Let's see who we're rating today. I see Henya. I see Alpharad. I see Amelie. I see Bao, Melody. Excuse me, Sayu. No worries, Yuki-K. Have a good rest of your evening. I see Ellie. I see Inksy. I see Yuria. Sylvie. Niyamoka. Vil. What did we read Vil today? Ori is also streaming. Lilac is streaming. Alvinil streaming. Diesel. Carrot. Liang Lei Shen. Yeah, you know what? Let's raid Vil. Let's raid Vil. Been a hot minute since we raided the good old Steppies crab. All right, but last questions, comments, remarks, redemptions. I would have said a cat, but all VTubers are secretly cats. See, I feel like I dodge a lot of that by being a little bit bunny energy, you know? Well, thank you for that, Pixie. All right, what is Vil up to right now? I'm about to sneeze. Excuse me. All right. Oh, thank you, Possybolt. Thank you. If I find that clip on a sneeze compilation, I will end you. Just fair warning. I see who clips, and I see where the clips go. Ahem. For James. Quad clip it. All right, friends, it's time. Thank you so much for coming. We will be rating VTubers I love. All right. And with that, I bid you all adieu. Thank you so much for coming. Bye-bye. Otsukare desu. Bye-bye.